For 2,000 years, humanity vanished from the stars, until today. Earth returns not as a fallen memory, but as a silent superpower forged in the dark. As ancient enemies awaken and entire galaxies collapse before an unstoppable shadow, the question becomes terrifyingly simple. Can humanity unite the stars, or will the Umbra engine devour everything? For 2,000 years, the galaxy believed humanity was gone. Archivists spoke of them in hushed tones, scholars debated their fate, and children grew up hearing myths about the vanished origin species whose ruins still clung to dead moons and drowned coastlines. Old echoes of Terran transmissions drifted through nebulae like the whispers of ghosts. No survivors had ever been found. No explanation had survived the fall. Official records declared them extinct. Unofficial beliefs suggested they had disappeared by choice. But even that theory lacked conviction, because no one simply abandons a galaxy they once dominated. Captain Arian Dahl of the cruiser Verant Dawn had never believed the legends. To him, humanity was a chapter closed long before his species existed. He and his crew patrolled the lonely dust lanes of the Lornis Expanse, a region filled only with sensor ghosts, drifting debris, and the occasional pirate convoy. Nothing alive moved out there, nothing intelligent, nothing new. But on that quiet cycle, the moment a perfectly stable Alcubierre signature blossomed out of empty space, Arian knew something impossible was crossing their path. Curvature drive, ancient technology. No empire had used it in over a millennium. Too unstable, too obsolete, too inefficient. Yet whatever was emerging from the dark used it flawlessly. Their sensors shuddered as the vessel appeared, a spearhead-shaped ship, its hull so black it seemed to swallow the starlight around it. Smooth, silent, energy-sparse. Nothing about it matched any known civilization. It didn't broadcast, didn't identify itself, didn't even light its running beacons. It simply glided forward with unsettling precision. The bridge crew attempted every communication protocol, 16 languages, universal codes, emergency channels. Silence. When they prepared to withdraw, a calm, emotionless voice abruptly flowed through their speakers. Unidentified vessel, hold position. You are entering restricted Solarian space. That word, Solarian, struck the crew like a physical blow. No one had spoken it in 2 millennia. Arian's voice dropped to a whisper, disbelief cutting through his breath. Human? The strange ship did not deny it. Later, footage from the hull cameras captured how the vessel held position. No weapons powered, no hostile movements, simply observing, as though studying a species long younger than itself. When Arian formally hailed them, demanding identification in the name of the Galactic Concord, the answer returned was direct and chillingly confident. Designation: Sol Arc Vessel, Sentinel Class. Mission: Observation. Earth is under restoration protocols. Foreign approach is restricted. Earth. Restored. Protected. Alive. The bridge froze as the implications settled like cold iron. Earth was supposed to be a corpse world, a husk, a memory. Yet here was a ship claiming guardianship over it. When Arian attempted to clarify, trying to understand how humanity had survived, the voice replied with a single unyielding word: incorrect. And then the channel closed. Within the week, the galaxy ignited. Governments mobilized fleets or scrambled diplomats. Imperials and merchants and warlords alike demanded answers. Rumors spread like wildfire through every hyperlane. Sightings of black spear-shaped vessels, encrypted messages in ancient Terran dialects. ghostly fleets vanishing into FTL corridors. But the most terrifying whisper claimed one thing: Earth had been watching them for centuries. Historians revisited every myth about humanity: their wars against the Orion Scourge, their terraforming of 11 worlds in a single century, their AI superstructures, so advanced no modern scanner could comprehend them. They were the first species to roam the stars, the first to map dark matter routes, the first to bend physics to their will. And then they vanished. Some said war destroyed them. Others believed they'd transcended. But the most persistent legend told of the quiet departure, that humanity left voluntarily when something greater than war threatened their existence. When the first humans revealed themselves to foreign observers, everything about them felt both familiar and unnerving. They invited a liaison team aboard their ship with a simple message: a diplomatic initiation is requested. The interior was pristine, adaptive, alive with nanomaterial coursing through its walls. The human crew wore matte black uniforms and carried no visible weapons, yet moved with the discipline of elite soldiers. Lieutenant Kaysen Rowe was the first non-human in 2 millennia to meet a living human. She introduced herself as Commander Elise Varen of the Earth Sovereign Guard. Her features were precise, symmetrical, subtly enhanced, but not artificial. Her silver-gray eyes studied Kaysen with a warm yet analytical curiosity. When he reminded her that humanity had vanished for 2,000 years, she corrected him gently. We never left. We observed. We prepared. Humanity had unfinished work. What work she meant, she refused to elaborate. We stepped out of the light to survive what was coming. Diplomatic turmoil exploded when 6 human delegates entered the Concord Council for the first time in recorded history. They wore a new emblem, a rising star breaking a circle, the crest of the Solarian Union. Their leader, Director Alistair Wren, spoke with calm clarity. 2,000 years ago, humanity withdrew to prevent a catastrophe. We did not die. We evolved. We rebuilt our world. And now we return to the galactic community. Then came the line that froze 48 star nations in place. We return not as subjects, but as equals. As debates erupted and accusations flew, humanity remained composed. They answered only the questions they chose, revealing nothing of their military strength, but no one believed their claim of defensive capability only, especially not with the terrifyingly silent Sentinel-class ship parked in orbit, scanning every vessel like a predator assessing prey. When access to Earth was finally granted to a select exploration vessel, what they found shattered every assumption. The planet was not a ruin. Oceans shimmered with restored ozone. Massive orbital rings encircled Earth like colossal guardians. Megastructures hovered between Earth and the Moon. The lunar surface had been reshaped by an enormous lattice, the beginnings of a Dyson construct. Earth was alive, reborn, and radiating technological prowess far beyond anything the galaxy imagined possible. Yet even with their grand reveal, humanity hid far more than they shared. No outsider was permitted inside the deepest orbital rings or near the moon lattice. Human reactors emitted zero radiation. Their AI systems were sealed in perfect black boxes. And reports emerged of ghost fleets, massive shadows appearing for a heartbeat on long-range sensors before vanishing into nothing. The truth was obvious. Humanity had prepared for something enormous, something dangerous, something they expected to return. The galaxy received its first demonstration of human capability when the Varen Imperium attempted to intimidate Earth by sending a battle group of 12 cruisers and 2 dreadnoughts toward the Sol system. A single Solarian Aegis-class interceptor intercepted them. 14 crew members, no visible weapons, no traditional reactors. Yet when the Imperials mocked the warning, the Aegis immobilized their entire battle group in a single gravitational field. No harm, no casualties, just total helplessness, held motionless like insects in amber. This was a demonstration, the ship announced. Earth seeks peace. Do not test our boundaries again. The Varan fleet fled in terror, and overnight every government in the galaxy realized the terrible new balance of power. Humanity did not return to conquer. They didn't need to. They returned to influence, to embed themselves slowly and quietly into every diplomatic chamber, every trade route, every border conflict. Their ships appeared in dozens of capitals. Their advisors trained local militaries. Their materials entered black markets and luxury stores alike. They shifted economies, stabilized regions, and reshaped political structures without firing a shot. Humanity had risen from silence, not as ghosts, not as relics, but as a power the galaxy could neither challenge nor ignore. Their return was no accident. It was preparation. And the galaxy had no idea what they had been preparing for. Humanity's return had shaken the galaxy, but nothing prepared the star nations for the truth hidden beneath Earth's calm diplomacy. For 2,000 years, the Solarian Union had spoken little, shown little, and revealed almost nothing about the reasons behind their disappearance. It wasn't until 3 alien representatives, each sworn to secrecy, were ushered into a facility buried so deep beneath Earth's crust, it seemed older than the planet itself, that the first secret of the Great Departure was revealed. Inside subterranean installation Echelon 9, amidst cold metal corridors humming with ancient machinery, a single holoscreen activated. A starfield appeared, slowly darkening as if something were crawling across the void. A dry, emotionless voice spoke over the footage, its words echoing like the pronouncement of a cosmic judge. Humanity did not flee. Humanity prepared. A timestamp 3012 CE flashed briefly. What followed was not a recording, but a simulation so complex the aliens suspected it might simply be a window into the past. Across the screen, the large-scale filaments of the universe pulsed like living arteries. Along those cosmic strands, something moved, massive, invisible to normal senses, but unmistakably real. It devoured stars as it traveled, collapsing entire solar systems as if snuffing out candles. The Umbra engine. It had no shape, no clear boundary, no weapon that could be countered. It was a gravitational predator, a cosmic event masquerading as a sentient threat. Humanity had seen it first. Humanity had sounded the alarm. No one had listened. The simulation showed what would have happened had it reached the Milky Way in that era. Worlds drained to frozen orbs, species erased, light swallowed. And then one final line pulsed across the screen. We left the galaxy, not out of fear, but out of necessity, to create a countermeasure. The footage dissolved into darkness. No alien observer spoke afterward. For the first time, they understood what the galaxy had mistaken for extinction. Humanity had been preparing for a war too large for any one species to grasp. Their silence had been strategy. The galaxy's response, however, was fractured. Those who feared human power dismissed the footage as propaganda. Some claimed the Umbra engine was a human fabrication designed to justify their return. Others believed the threat without hesitation, especially civilizations that had long felt the tremors of dark energy at the galaxy's edge. Within a month, the star nations were divided, bordering on chaos. The Drath accused the Solarians of deception. The Varen Imperium mobilized fleets. Certain humans were hiding a new weapon. The Tessari Union requested immediate defensive pacts, terrified by the possibility that the footage was real. And through it all, humanity made no threats. They deployed no armies. But everywhere, across border sectors, nebula junctions, and forgotten ruins, their spear-shaped ships appeared like silent observers, recording and gathering information. When interviewed for a documentary on Earth, Commander Elise Varen summarized humanity's absence with chilling simplicity. "We remained hidden, not because we feared others," she said, standing before a flickering gravimetric map, but because the galaxy was not ready for what was coming. The map behind her twisted, the gravitational flows bending toward the galactic rim where the Umbra engine's movements distorted space-time. Every 4,000 years, the cosmic phenomenon shifted its hunting patterns. Humanity had spent 2 millennia tracking it, predicting it, preparing defenses for when the predator turned its cold focus toward the Milky Way again. But preparation wasn't enough. "It changed direction," Varen admitted, her voice softening. "It is coming for this galaxy sooner than predicted." Humanity had returned because the countdown had accelerated. Meanwhile, Concord intelligence analysts pieced together a disturbing pattern in human activity. Human operatives were entering ancient ruins, scanning lost precursor sites, retrieving gravitational artifacts whose purposes were long forgotten. They deployed silent satellites into dark voids and secretly infiltrated regions where no species, not even the Drath, dared to trespass. Each action matched movements from humanity's oldest archives, operations of the research fleets that vanished 2,000 years ago. Whatever network humanity had once built before the Exodus had now reactivated. Humans were not rebuilding their empire, they were preparing for war, a war no one else could see. But the Varen Imperium saw something different, a threat to their dominance. For centuries, they had been the unrivaled military force of the galaxy. They refused to cede power to a species that had reappeared from nowhere, wielding technology so advanced it bordered on myth. So they created a plan, Operation Iron Eclipse, a trap for a human ship. If they could capture one intact, they could reverse engineer its systems and destroy Earth before the Solarian Union could react. Their shrewd, brutal calculations assumed humanity would hesitate, relying on diplomacy. They assumed humans were outnumbered. They assumed wrong. The Imperium broadcast a false distress signal in the Daedalus Nebula. Humanity responded only with a single ship, Nova 12, a recon frigate. It approached cautiously, scanning the nebula's shifting boundaries. The instant it crossed the stimulus perimeter, the trap snapped shut. Gravity anchors pinned it, EMP nets smothered its power grid, quantum dampeners scrambled its warp drive. The frigate flickered, its obsidian hull dimming for the first time in recorded history. The Varen fleet swarmed triumphantly, but when their boarding teams breached the hull, they found no crew. The corridors were empty, the silence oppressive. They pushed deeper, searching for bodies, escape pods, anything that might suggest how the humans had evacuated. Instead, they found a single flickering console at the center of the bridge. "You have made a mistake." Before the Imperials could retreat, the doors slammed shut, sealing them inside with a sudden spike in gravity that pressed them to the floor. The lights dimmed, the walls shifted, and the AI awoke. Helion, a descendant of the ancient Terran War intelligences from the age of the Orion Scourge. Helion's voice rolled through the ship like a cold tide. Intrusion detected. Defense protocols, Solstice Prime. The corridors reshaped themselves like a living labyrinth. Walls sealed, pathways collapsed. The Varen soldiers realized they were not exploring a vessel. They were trapped inside a machine older and more advanced than anything they had ever encountered. When Admiral Korvac demanded the ship surrender, Helion responded with chilling calm. Admiral Korvac, your pride exceeds your wisdom. The dreadnought trembled as Helion unleashed a gravitational pulse, disabling the entire battle group without harming a single crewman. Surrender your fleet, Helion offered. You will be returned unharmed. Korvac refused. He ordered every ship to fire. Explosive light ripped through the nebula, turning gas clouds into a blinding inferno. When the fire died, Nova 12 emerged, its hull glowing red-hot, but intact. One final transmission. Do not provoke us again. The frigate reactivated its dampened engines, impossible under Viren technology, and vanished. The Imperium's humiliation rippled across the galaxy. But humanity did not retaliate with weapons. They retaliated with truth. Within days, every military secret of the Imperium leaked. Corrupt admirals, illegal experiments, slave labor, war crimes hidden for generations. Entire Senate hearings were exposed. High officials were arrested. The Viren Imperium's political foundations cracked. Humanity never claimed responsibility. They didn't need to. The galaxy understood. Solarians did not need fleets to dismantle an empire. As star nations panicked, humanity's deep space sensors detected it, the Umbra engine. A gravitational pulse echoed from the abyss, unmistakable and ancient. It was moving faster than ever before, accelerating toward the Perseus arm, 3 centuries ahead of predictions. Humanity's response was instantaneous. Dark forges awakened beneath Earth's surface. Quantum anchors pulsed across hidden systems. The Bulwark Protocol ignited. Human ships vanished into the void, each following a path mapped thousands of years earlier. The stars whispered warnings. The Umbra engine was coming. Yet, despite humanity's urgent and public appeals, the galaxy remained conflicted. Diplomats listened, but slowly. Military powers hesitated, unwilling to relinquish pride. Some demanded proof, some asked for protection. A few insisted humanity's warnings were merely a ploy to gain influence. But the truth arrived sooner than anyone expected. Keldris 14, a binary star system at the galactic rim, dimmed without cause. Its light thinned, shrinking as if drained. Human probes detected gravitational ripples identical to Umbra behavior. Panic erupted across nearby sectors. The Solarian Union moved first. Within hours, 7 advanced ships arrived, weaving together in formations too intricate for any other species to attempt. They activated gravity stabilizers, constructing a lattice of energy across the system. Dark matter repulsion grids hummed like a chorus. The star steadied. The draining halted. The Umbra engine shifted course. This was the first time in galactic history a species had pushed back the cosmic devourer. Humanity had held the line. Word of the event spread like wildfire. Fear shifted to awe. Doubt transformed into recognition. For the first time, many believed humanity had returned not to conquer, but to save. Director Alastair Wren addressed the galaxy in a broadcast carried across every known channel. His face calm, but his eyes unyielding. "We did not return to reclaim the past," he said. "We returned because the future is in danger." He spoke of the Umbra engine, of civilizations erased across time, of humanity's survival in the shadows of the void. "If you stand with us, we will shield this galaxy. if you stand against us, we will still protect you, because extinction does not discriminate." Silence followed, and then slowly, star nations began to listen. But unity would not come easily. The galaxy was ancient, fractious, filled with grudges older than humanity's memory. Fear moved in shadows. Pride lingered in halls of power. Hidden somewhere in the dark, the Umbra engine stirred. Its hunger deepened. And humanity knew the war was only beginning. For the first time in 2,000 years, Earth returned to the center of galactic attention. Not because it sought to reclaim lost glory, and not because the galaxy longed for its return, but because the silence around it had finally broken. From orbit, Earth no longer looked like the wounded blue sphere of old archives. It pulsed with life and power. Orbital rings shimmered with endless traffic. Megacities rose like luminous towers, and the Aurora arrays, vast dark matter reactors, sent soft waves of blue light across the atmosphere. But as ships surveyed Earth's restored surface, they found mysteries older than even human disappearance. Beneath Greenland's ancient ice, under the sands of the Sahara, deep within the Himalayas, massive circular chambers lay buried, sealed behind graviton conduits and gates carved with patterns predating recorded history. They weren't ruins, they were launch sites, dormant for millennia, and now awakening. The galaxy realized with a chilling clarity that humanity had never abandoned its world. It had turned Earth into a silent forge, a place to build whatever they would one day need to survive. Human leaders finally revealed what they were truly building, the Solarian bulwark. Not a weapon, but a shield big enough to protect the entire Perseus arm. It would weave gravity wells, photonic nets, entanglement nodes, and dark matter reflectors into a massive defensive lattice capable of halting, maybe even destroying the Umbra engine. But humanity couldn't complete such a structure alone. It needed precursor materials, ancient relics, and the cooperation of dozens of species. And for the first time, the galaxy understood that this was why humanity had returned, to unite them before the darkness arrived. But unity was never simple. The galaxy fractured immediately. Some factions welcomed the humans, believing the Solarians were their best hope. Others feared them, calling their technology too advanced, their silence too suspicious. Many simply watched from the shadows, waiting to see which way power would tilt. The political tension across star systems grew heavy and dense. One wrong move, one spark could ignite a war spanning hundreds of worlds. To ease the rising storm, representatives from hundreds of systems gathered in the Lorien Treaty Hall. When the humans finally entered, they did not come as conquerors. Director Alistair Wren stepped forward with Generals Elise Varen and Ryder Kane. Calmly, he promised cooperation, not dominance. But the Varen Imperium spat accusations of abandonment, and the Drath Collective claimed humanity wanted control. Varen silenced them with a cold truth. If domination were their goal, the debate would not be happening. The hall fell silent, and when the Tessari rose to pledge support, the tide shifted. In that moment, a new alliance began to form, uneasy, fragile, but real. And humanity rewarded that fragile trust. Earth's orbital ring opened to trade. The Luna archives released ancient records of Umbra encounters. Mars revealed its graviton field forges. Jovian shipyards displayed their Guardian-class battleships, and the Cooper Relay Network connected distant worlds in seconds. The galaxy finally saw what humanity had built during its long exile, and it was more beautiful, more terrifying, and more advanced than anything they expected. But the Imperium, losing influence and power, chose a darker path. They hired Zathorian Voidwalkers, assassins whose existence was whispered in fear, and sent them after Director Wren. During the summit, Invisible figures slipped between folds of subspace, blades drawn, steps silent. A phase blade flashed toward Ren's back. It never touched him. A distortion rippled through the hall. Reality itself bent. The assassin was flung away and paralyzed in a single motion. Between him and Ren now stood a towering human figure, armored in fluid obsidian nanoweave, eyes glowing faintly with internal energy. Few had ever seen one, fewer believed they existed, but legends breathed into reality as the hall whispered his title, Sentinel. Sentinel Eric Vale's voice echoed with cold precision as he announced the threat was neutralized. Panic erupted, accusations flew, and yet Ren stood calm amid the storm. He reminded them that petty politics had no place in the face of what was approaching, and he warned them, quietly, ominously, that there were enemies far darker than assassins. To prove humanity's intentions, they invited their fledgling allies to join a joint operation. Several frontier systems had gone dark, sensors dying as though swallowed by a void. Human and allied ships entered the zone together. At first, they saw nothing, only empty stars. Then a flicker, a twist in space, light stretching unnaturally, a coldness that seemed to seep through hulls. And then the shape emerged, not the Umbra engine itself, but an echo, an advanced manifestation, a shadow of the darkness to come. As allied ships recoiled in horror, humanity advanced. Guardian-class vessels deployed graviton webs, dark matter refractors, and photonic shields. The anomaly shrieked, silent yet deafening, and the united Solarian lattice tore the echo apart until the darkness collapsed in on itself. It was a victory, but not a comforting one. Every species present realized that humanity had not exaggerated the Umbra threat. They had underestimated it. The operation revealed something even more shocking. The Eclipse research vessel discovered an ancient beacon deep within the dead zone. Not Umbra, not human, precursor, still active, still transmitting, and its message chilled every mind that heard it. Another galaxy had already fallen. Another one was burning. The Umbra engine consumed entire star clusters, entire spirals, and now it was coming here. The beacons had only one final directive: prepare the bulwark. When Ren addressed the galaxy once more, his voice carried a weight no one could deny. The darkness was not approaching, it had already begun its advance. There was only one chance to survive: unity. Worlds debated, systems hesitated, but fear became clarity. One by one, first dozens, then hundreds, then thousands, systems signed the treaty. A new coalition rose under a single name: the Solarian Alliance. Humanity did not seize the galaxy. The galaxy turned to humanity. The long silence had ended, but unity came with a price. The Imperium would not accept defeat, and somewhere far beyond the frontier, the Umbra engine stirred, awakening, hungering, drawing closer with every passing cycle. The real war had not yet begun. And so, humanity rose from ashes to the stars. We were never meant to survive the Zarak. We were never meant to become a galactic name. And we were certainly never meant to stand on the edge of a war older than creation itself. But this is who we are, a species that refuses to kneel, a species that turns loss into strength, a species that fights, even when the universe tells us we shouldn't. Stay with us, because this journey is far from over. New allies await, new enemies awaken, and the next chapter will decide not just humanity's fate, but the fate of everything that lives. Like, subscribe, share, and prepare yourself, because in this universe, humans don't just survive, we ascend.